Hey everyone, it's Sharon Devonish Lee. Welcome to NetStruck Talks. And today it is all about coaching and mentoring. Welcome to another edition of NetStruck Talks. This is Sharon Devonish Lee. I am your host for today, and I am excited to talk about, something that I personally, when I started out in my business, did not really take serious, which is having a coach, having a mentor in my business. And I'll be honest with you, it wasn't until the pandemic, which I really realized that I needed one. So I want to bring on my coach, one of my mentors who has helped me elevate and level up and really just be just a badass woman, okay? Badass boss lady. So I want to bring on Dr. Avis Jones DeWeever, who is my mentor, who is my friend, but who has also helped me think about my business in such a complete different way. Dr. Avis, how are you?
I am wonderful. How you doing? Great to see you, Sharon.
I'm so great to see you. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me today. I'm excited. You've been talking to me about, with my talk show and my podcast and everything. So this is like, the little joke was, you're like, Sharon, what's the name of your show? And I'd be like, you know what? I don't know, Dr.
But you're killing it.
And now I got it. I'm killing it. But before we jump in, I just want to read, and listen, Dr. Avis got a couple of bios and all of them are amazing. And, that's one of the things that we're going to touch on in terms of, having a variety of bios. But let me just read just a portion of her bio. Dr. Avis, your media monetization mentor, has over 20 years of media experience under her belt, appearing on television, radio, podcasts, as well as in major online and print publications in the United States and around the world. Dr. Avis has literally done it all. But it wasn't until she made the shift from non-for-profit executive to entrepreneur that she became intentional about developing a system to strategically level the power of media to quickly accelerate business growth. That strategy and intentionally ultimately allowed her to swiftly move her business from the startup phase to piercing her first six figures in less than 9 months. She now teaches others how to make this critical link from visible to profitable through strategically leveraging the power of media to grow their business and elevate their brands, all while making some serious bank. And I can contest to that 100%. Dr. Avis, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Talk to us a little bit about this. Let's really just peel the layers down here. You really talk a lot about media, how to leverage media, but you're not a publicist.
No.
So someone can't call you and say, hey, Dr. Avis, I need a press release. Dr. Avis, can you do a pitch for me? What do you really, talk to us more in terms of what is your strategic plan briefly?
Absolutely. So what I do is I help experts, subject matter experts, leverage their expertise in order to break into the media in the traditional sense. But I also teach them how to use the media in a more broad way as well, because under the whole rubric of the media, I include earned media like television, radio, podcasts, those types of things. But I also include things like social media, like how do you leverage social media correctly for your business so that you can stand out from the crowd? How do you leverage own media, like what you're doing right now, your own show, your own podcast? How can you do all of that? So these are various different marketing tools that I teach my clients how to use for their businesses. And then on the other side, I also teach them how to sell high ticket, and how to properly package their genius so that they can finally get paid. So I do it all.
And you do it well. You do it exceptionally well. And I always talk about you in terms of, with my coaching, because again, when I started out in my business, I didn't have a coach. I didn't think that I'll be honest with you. I was one of those that didn't think I needed a coach because I grasp things so well and I implement well. But you always say when you want to go far, you need to have someone with you. You need to follow the leader. So if I'm following people who are not making money, then I'm not going to be making money. But if I follow people who are making money and who's making strategic moves, then that's people who I need to get my coaching from, my training from. And that's what I encourage everybody to now do. Listen, it's not about you looking to see, oh, counting your coins. I was counting my coins. And now it's like, in order for me, you need coins to actually, to actually make things happen. And I wasn't making it until I connected with you, until I got a mentor. So how important it is for, even if you're in your startup phases or even middle or even advanced, how important it is to have a coach.
It is critical. And like you were saying, a lot of people might be counting the coins and trying to hold on to that. Isn't it nice to be on the other side when you have more coins to count, right? And the conduit between counting your coins and having more coins to count is by working with someone who's been there, done that, have achieved a level of success in their business to which you aspire, so they can help you get there quicker, faster, not be detoured off, wasting time doing things that aren't as effective, or spending years, quite frankly, undercharging what you are worth, and therefore never really making the amount of money that your expertise actually does demand in the marketplace. And so, doing that to me is the best investment. It's an investment that I make in myself continuously, have done for years, continue to do. And it's something that I see myself as always having, in essence, a budget, a line item in my budget every year to make sure that I'm investing in this. Because one thing I know is that if tomorrow everything I have were to disappear, I could get it all back, and I could get it back faster because I've invested here. I know how to do it. And that really, to me, is the really sort of magic that is aligned with coaching and mentoring. It's giving you the skill sets to get where you want to go faster and to be able to do it over and over and over again.
And again, that's important. And people think that, oh, if I'm going to use this. So people, again, I'm going to use me as an example. You think that that's not something that you need to do right now. Get a coach, get a mentor, utilize a proper marketing campaign. Those are things that people use as secondary or third, because they think that, I just need to get my business running. I need to put all these things in place. But, those are things that you need, that's critical, because you get the right coach, you get the right mentor who's in your industry. They will show you the do's and don'ts. Absolutely. And that's the mistake that we always make, especially people of color.
Absolutely.
We don't have the resources at our fingertips like others do.
That's true. But let me just also say, what you're saying is 1,000% right. If I had a dime every time I heard, well, I'm going to wait until I can have it, till I have it before I come back, and what I have to explain to people is, what are you going to do differently in the future than you haven't done in the past? If you don't have it right now, it's because you don't know what to do. Okay. That's why you don't have it. If you knew what to do, you would have it. And I think it's important for people to understand that it is going to require sacrifice. It is going to require you to stretch. It's not like I made my first investment, and even to this day, I invest highly. I could do other things with that money. Okay. Honestly. But the bottom line is, I am willing to stretch, to get in new rooms, to learn new information. And let me just be honest with you. The world is changing every day. What you learned yesterday might not be relevant with the new circumstances. Everything is changing every day, with marketing, with sales, even. So many things are changing that you have to continuously sharpen your saw. That is going to require an investment. And lastly, I will just say that oftentimes we would be surprised with how much money we spend on things that we want, rather than spending that money in an investment on things that will get us where we want to go. There's a difference between things and being able to achieve a skill set that could literally bring millions into your life. You can get that red bottom shoe, you can get that nice hair, or do you really want to invest in what you want? Because those things aren't cheap. Let's just not, exactly. I very little, when people saying I don't have it, and I'm looking at, how they're looking, I'm thinking, you spending money on something. Come on now. Let's spend money what's in your head instead of only money that's things that are on your head, for example.
Right. No, on your head and on your feet, and or on your shoulder, and things like that.
Exactly.
And that's so true. So having a coach is extremely important, and a coach is someone. And just let's really break it down. What would a coach? So your example, when you have your group and
Yeah.
you're coaching all of us, and again, listen, folks, I can tell you if she's telling the truth or not, because listen, she's my coach.
You're a rock star, Karen, because you implement one of my best sayings so well: speed to implementation. You're not one of these people that's just learning. You learn and do, and that's why you are doing so well.
And I appreciate it because when I came in to your coaching program, it wasn't I wasn't looking for the media part.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, a lot of small businesses, entrepreneurs is not really ready for the media part. But
Exactly.
the uniqueness about your program is that you talk about mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very critical, especially if you're in business and you have your 9 to 5,
Yes.
or you're in business and you really don't have that support, or you're not getting the sales that you want. Your mindset is going to be like a seesaw, back and forth, back and forth. Are you doing this? Is the right thing to do? Should I just stop and just stick with my 9 to 5? The creativity of what you have with your team is exceptional. So just talk a little bit in terms about, the steps and what people will learn once they become part of your program.
Well, I think you really touched on something that's critically important that oftentimes we overlook, but it is that mindset thing that I believe is so important, because that lets you know that honestly, you can have all the best skills in the world. You can be the best in the world at what you do. But if you don't have that ironclad mindset that gets you out in the world every day so that people can see you, so that you can be visible in some way, it doesn't have to be in the traditional media, but you have to market in some way in order to get business, because people need to know that your business exists, right?
Right.
Then you are going to sabotage yourself. If you don't have enough not common sense, but confidence in yourself to charge what you're worth, then you're always going to be underpaid. Like, those types of things are specifically related to mindset. And so we talk about mindset as a regular part of what we do in my program, because it is that critical. And let me tell you, at every stage in the business journey, you're going to reach different mindset plateaus, and you have to keep kind of peeling that onion to get to that next level. So you never end with that progression. It is a constant state of progression as you move up that ladder as an entrepreneur. And then, as you know, we do office hours there where we answer questions people. I was in a group recently, and I heard someone posted they were just done doing hot seats because they were so frustrated because they went to their coach's hot seat session, which was an hour apparently. And the person did like 45 minutes of wins, had one person go that was supposed to be 5 minutes, but they kind of extended their time. And that one person was the only person they spoke to knew that hour. And this person never got her question answered. And I was like, that is not a real mindset. That's not a real, hot seat session. That is a, I want to get my ego massage session. I'm super, proud of the way that we do our office hours, where we really do set aside specific time for our clients to be able to turn in things in advance, get specific feedback on what they're working on. And then we do have Q&A time that's available for people to ask whatever questions that they have. So I'm excited about that. And lastly, I love the fact that we have our deep dive trainings every week where they learn about some aspect of marketing and sales, and our special retreats that we do every summer where people have the on-camera training and live training as well. So I'm excited about this, the full robustness of what we provide, plus the accountability coaching. It all, to me, creates this sort of multifaceted level of support and information and training and application of that information in a very safe space that allows people to really be able to thrive.
And that's really important because, in some programs, you have coaches that actually does not have interaction with especially in a group setting, on a consistent basis. So, it probably be maybe once a week or, maybe even once a month, and they're just feeding stuff out to you digitally.
Right.
Whereas you have Monday, you have, Wednesdays,
And Thursday.
Sometimes twice in a Wednesday. You have Thursday, and then you jump on every so often on a Facebook Live just to, be like, hey, what's going on?
Yep.
So it makes people feel so much more comfortable and in tune to you with your success that they know that they actually can get there. I mean, you made to your six figure, in less than 9 months.
Yeah.
But it was strategic.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to just really, focus on and have people think about this, that, it's not about the money. It's about the value, what you're getting, the content. And when you invest in yourself, we always talk about invest in ourselves. We have to really understand going forward, investing in ourselves is the best investment we could ever do, because that investment will then take us to do more and more. It will take you to get that new house. It will take you to get those red bottoms, the new hair, the new hair.
Exactly. That is the conduit to get you there in the long term. There's a saying that as an entrepreneur, you have to be willing to live like most people won't in order to spend the rest of your life like most people can't.
Yes.
That's an example of what that means. It means that sometimes it's not even sometimes, it all the time requires a level of short-term sacrifice in order to have long-term gain. And when you are looking at, hey, when I make this sacrifice today, then when you are able to build the skill sets that you need to have tremendous growth in your business, know that you have now provided an opportunity for you to have literally intergenerational wealth from that skill set that you would not have been able to figure out on your own. Or if you did, it probably would have taken you many, many, many more years and a lot of wasted time and wasted money in order to get there.
Thank you so much, Dr. Avis. We're going to be wrapping up soon, but I know that you have your free perfect media pitch that comes up every so you actually do quite often now. I mean, I'll be honest with you. When I first did it in 2020 during the pandemic,
Yeah.
you did it the first year, right in the smack of the pandemic. And I think the next time you did it was like September, October. Now you just like pushing.
Yeah.
You're giving so many people an opportunity to work with you.
Yeah.
Talk to us. I know it's coming up soon. We don't have the exact date. So I want everybody that's listening to this, I want you to still stay in tune. Follow Dr. Avis. There's a link that I'm going to be putting in as she's talking. Dr. Avis, talk to us about the perfect media pitch.
Yeah, so we have another one that's going to be coming up towards the end of March, and you can go to perfectmediapitch.com. You have a specific link there. Specifically use Sharon's link to jump in there. And basically what it is, it's a training where you will get specific information on how you can craft your perfect media pitch in order to grab your next client. And what I'm excited about this next one, by the way, Sharon, this is great. I haven't even told you this yet. But our very next one is going to be specific. You're breaking news right here. You're breaking news.
Breaking news.
The next one is going to be specifically tailored to coaches, consultants, speakers, authors, subject matter experts. We are specifically honing in on you, okay? Because this is the type of training that can really elevate your service-based business or your expertise in a way that can allow you to be able to make your competition absolutely irrelevant, right? And so please do, if you're a coach, a consultant, a subject matter expert of some sort that is an author or speaker, this is the place for you to be in March. So make sure that you sign up using that link right there. We're excited about it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. This is so exciting because there's so many women and so many men that are coming up that are being consultants, that are being coaches, and and they're getting shuffled. They're not sure exactly how to really do their business, how to really amplify their voice and really build out their brand, especially if they are not the only one doing it. Like I'm not an only. Clearly, there are thousands and thousands of publicists, but is only one Sharon Devenish Lee publicist.
There you go, girl.
Strategist, I should say.
You better recognize, girl.
Absolutely, absolutely. So everybody, please, click on this link, and I'm going to actually put it in the comment box as well. But I definitely want you guys, you could click on it now. You'll get updates when it comes, when the next one is coming up. And, and make sure that you jump on that list, because I'm telling you, this is going to be amazing, amazing. 7 days. Is this really 7 days, Dr. Avis?
Yeah, it's 7 days. It's, because we supplement what to us, the pitch is just the beginning, right? Because after the pitch, you need to make sure that your online presence, for lack of a better term, isn't janky. right? Because, when the decision maker is deciding about whether or not to extend the opportunity for you to be on their platform, they're going to do their due diligence, right? They're going to look you up.
Yes.
And so you need to look right online. So we have a specific extra bonus training in there about mediagenic branding. We have extra bonus training on there about, on-camera training, so that when you do get a chance to be in an on-camera situation, you show up there with confidence, right? And so we have a Q&A session and all of that good stuff. So it's a few extra trainings built in there, bonuses built in there to really be able to round out this experience for that, after the pitch reality.
Absolutely. And you're doing it for 7 days, all for how much?
Free $99.
Free $99. I guarantee you guys take advantage of this. The link is below. It will be in the comment box. And Dr. Avis, before we leave, you have an event coming up. And before you even talk about this, so tomorrow is Women's History Month, March. Mm-hmm. April is International Black Women's History Month. Wow. So you have an event that's coming up that is that's amazing. Like when I got the email from you, I jumped on that email list to be on the waiting list immediately because, I'm always looking for greatness. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I follow the leader. You know that song, follow the leader, follow the leader. I follow the leader. Okay. So talk to us a little bit about that. And I'm going to put it in the chat box so everybody would be able to take advantage of it.
I am so excited about this. So this is going to be blackwomanrevolution.com. That's where you can go and sign up. And specifically what this is it's a training that I'm doing specifically around how Black women can achieve success, game-changing success, specifically in their careers. Now, what is called is Do You, all right? A new revolution in Black womanhood. And I've developed it because, for many years I have seen, what Black women face in the workplace. I wrote a whole book about it. I've done a lot of training in that space in a previous life when I was a DE&I consultant. And one of the things that I can say for sure is that the Black woman's experience in the work world is very unique and different and specific. And so really what I wanted to do to recognize March 1 as Black Women's Appreciation Day was to have a very special training for Black women who are facing some of those challenges and helping them understand the key power tools that they need to have to be able to take unapologetic control of their careers, their bank account, and their lives. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about having a career you love, it's about having a life you love. And so I'm super excited about this special training that will be premiering on March 1st.
And that is March 1st. Go to blackwomenrevolution.com.
Let me make sure I'm sorry. It's Black Woman. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get this off. Let's change it. We want to make sure they get to the right one.
So Black Woman Revolution, because as you know, each and every one of you as a Black woman, you know that you need a revolution, right? To get to where you deserve to be. So make sure you go to blackwomanrevolution.com and we'll see you there on Black Women's Appreciation Day.
Can't wait at all. And one other thing, Dr. Avis, how is it that, we already know blackwomanrevolution.com. Mm-hmm. We also know perfectmediapitch.com. They can get in contact with you. How else can anyone get in contact with? Let's say they can't get on, utilize, get on with the free workshop, or they not be able to, get on with Black Women Revolution. How is it someone can get in contact with you?
Well, probably the best way to get in contact with me is you can go to MediaMonetizationMentor.com and just put in information there to contact me directly, or you can reach out to concierge at avisjonesdeweever.com, and I definitely will have someone on my team reach out to you and be able to help you in any way that you need.
Thank you again, Dr. Avis. We are closing out Black History Month with fabulous Black excellence. And, I look forward to having you back on to Netstruck Talks. And always, as always, you are a great inspiration to me, great inspiration to others when I talk about you. And I encourage you to continue doing the great work that you're doing.
Thank you, dear. You too.
Take care. And I will see you guys at the next Netstruck Talk. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.